Lipsticks. Tonight I am Sylvia, staring at the crescent moon of my lips on a beer can. I am a woman, and I am the trace of a woman. My grandmother taught me this, how to be a skidding crayon of self on the cigarette, cheek, fork. We must be harder to wash off, difficult to unstain in all ways. And for what? To be a poem? Maybe I have wanted womanhood to be a poem, but it has been lipsticks. When I was 4, I pulled my mother's compact and lipstick to my chest and held them there with terror. My lips needed what my mother's lips needed. My face wanted anything that would change it. What did I think it was to be a woman? I had no idea. But it began with this abduction and assault made difficult only by my unskilled hand. When I looked up, I was no longer there, a self erased, a woman smeared in. She was herself, iced, mauve, shimmer. The whole world stuck to her lips. I didn't know if I loved her, but I knew she was no longer as difficult to love. I needed the plot of my life to be heard from these lips, because I needed the plot of my life to be heard from these lips, a woman's. If a wild girl gags herself in the bathroom for wanting to be heard, no one will hear her pick up the fake tortoiseshell wanted on every makeup aisle in America. If a wild girl emerges from the bathroom, a self-made woman she hates, but who is desired, she has proved herself a woman. I came a long way from home to put on a color of lipstick no man I'd ever kissed in Alabama could see or read. I asked my lips to become as elusive as the sea, as distant and difficult as any country would let a woman artist be distant and difficult. And they did in the poems where I write about women who do what they want. And they do in the poems where I write about women who paint their lips with 2 minds. But going away did not quiet the gnaw of self, nor did it cure the incurable repetition of lipsticks. How did I let myself become a glossy woman, a matte finish woman? Or aren't I a high intensity, long lasting, go fuck yourself woman? I have not always wanted a shade. I have wanted to be difficult to name. I have not wanted to inherit lipsticks, but I have. I have watched my mother up close and from afar and wanted still to see her face pronounce itself in mine. I have blotted her off and hated myself for this effacement more than my own. Tonight, this story is the story slipping down the beer can as a woman slips from my lips, as a girl slips open a lipstick, as a color skids like an affirmation of self across a poem with 2 minds and a life difficult but wanted